Hey guys, how's it going? Welcome and Barofist. Today I'm gonna tell you something, guys. Today I think I've killed my muscles because I trained too hard and everything hurts on my body. But we're gonna focus today on killing Eye of Azhara in Eye of Azhara dungeon and how to do this level 1-on-1 Twink. I've decided today to record without music because the last time I don't know what the hell happened with the music, but it was too loud, even though I set it too low. On my headphones, so I don't know what was that, but anyway, let's just focus with the run, guys. How is everyone doing today, guys? We're gonna talk a lot while doing this run, so I'm just gonna skip, doing breaks and talking. And yeah, I'm gonna try to pull everything here, so the guy that you're boosting basically can get some more experience. I'm gonna pull all the mobs around. I'm using level 1-on-1 DK, which is pretty twinked guy, honestly, with a lot of leech. I think 43% of leech is what I'm currently running at. So yeah, I just use Syndragos's Fury here. I'm going to try to go over here because this is where the most fun is happening and most of the mobs are. So I'm getting rooted as hell, mate. I'm gonna have to move a little bit here. Okay. So yeah, Eye of Azhara, guys, it's pretty simple dungeon. It's not that long, it's a bit shorter than House of Valor. It's not a lot shorter though, it's just a little bit shorter. And yeah, alright, so I have to move away from here, but I couldn't, so I guess that spear will hit me with millions of mobs attacking me as well, which is terrible. When the spear hits you, for some reason you get stunned, so you need to have some way out of stuns, or you can pre-position yourself behind some of these mobs. And if you have like 10 million of mobs like I have here, you can just try to hide behind these mobs, and that will not fucking work. Why the hell? I can only hide behind these guys, I guess. What? It was working before, man. Alright, so I'm gonna die here, apparently. Or actually not. Nah, I'm gonna save myself, man. Alright, so, yeah, you see this dungeon is pretty simple. There are like couple mechanics you wanna keep an eye on. Like, you can hide from the spear on this boss only behind those two minions that he is summoning. So, if you go behind, if the line that you're forming is, if between you and the boss there is a mob that he summons, the spear will not hit you, it will hit them instead. Apparently these mobs, which I thought it would be possible, it's not, to hide behind these mobs, and that's one of the things that you should keep in mind unless you want to die there a lot. If there was like 3 more mobs there when I got stunned that much, god man, that would be a mess. Meanwhile, this mob is pretty straightforward. Like, this is, you need to kill 2 of these mobs. And you just need to keep your interrupt. Everyone has interrupt. You just keep your interrupt for polymorph, They do polymorph. I just interrupted polymorph. Yeah, the history is not showing here, but because it was a couple spells between. But yeah, generally just keep your interrupt for polymorph here and you should be fine. As soon as you kill these 2 mobs, you can go and move forward to the next boss. Yeah, there are a couple requirements, on this dungeon. Some things, the last dungeon, House of Valor, the video that I made about House of Valor, I didn't really mention many things about, about some things that I wanted to mention. I didn't really mention them, and I saw that you people are commenting that stuff in the comments, and I'm gonna be also talking about some stuffs about, House of Valor and about generally twinking in this video as well, so... yeah, this is the second mob. I mean, there are a lot of, another mob there, and there is another mob somewhere there, I believe. Yeah, I cannot see it, but it's somewhere there. So if you kill this, any of these 4 mobs, you need to kill 2 for this bitch to come down. So that's the only thing you need to do, basically. You can use, what's called, interrupt on the polymorph. You can stun. I think this girl is stunnable. You see there, I interrupted the polymorph. Mind freeze. So yeah, that's the only thing you should pay attention to. Just interrupt polymorph, because when you get polymorphed, even if I use like anti-magic shell, it goes through the anti-magic shell, so I cannot really escape that polymorph, and it's a pretty long polymorph, honestly. And if you have like more mobs on you, you might die. So I'm just saying, CC is the only thing, as Twink with Leech, CC is the only thing that can kill you, pretty much, you know. Damage cannot kill me, like I can pull the whole dungeon at the same time and it will not kill me. The thing that kills me, it's only CC, you know. If I get stunned when I have like 20 mobs on me, that might happen that I die. Rarely, but it can happen. Okay, you can pop on this boss, you can pop all the cooldowns you have, because on the next boss, you know, he'll go underwater all the time and underground all the time, so your cooldowns, especially the longer ones, will not really be that relevant, so I'm just saying, you know, just use everything you have from this guy and kill it as fast as you can. I mean, guy, girl, whatever. It's a weird creature, so who knows what it is. But yeah, generally, I didn't mention this much, and you've asked me about that. When would you, you know, choose to go through random, looking for group random finder, or go manually to a dungeon? Well, generally, if you have 4 people inside your group, if you have 4 people, then it's good to go through random dungeon finders to avoid all the travel around, you know, because more or less, you know, all the dungeons are pretty similar to the time required. You know, some dungeons require like 5 to 10 minutes, some dungeons require 10 to 15 minutes, but generally, you know, going to the dungeon manually and making all the people follow you to the dungeon manually as well, you're gonna lose already like 10 minutes or 15 or something, because some people will slack. Oh yeah, wait me, I'm there in a second, and blah blah blah. So you're already wasting like 15 minutes, which is, you know, already 3 runs that you could have done, you know, I mean, maybe not 3 runs, but the 3 runs that you're saving the time by, you know, that you're saving the time, generally, by doing 3 runs with random finder, you already lost that by waiting the people, so it's not really worth waiting for the people and traveling by yourself. However, if you have only one guy that you want to boost, you know, there is only one guy that you paid for that, or I don't know, you have one friend that wants to get boosted or something like that, then it's probably better to just go to the dungeon yourself, because when it's one guy, there's not that much delays, and also when it's one guy, there is no one that can disrupt your pulling or something. Because if I was, imagine now I was having like 2 people that I'm boosting and 2 random people. The 2 people that I'm boosting, man, that's stuck my tongue there. The 2 people that I'm boosting will generally, if I tell them, okay man, just follow me, keep your distance, don't pull things around, just follow me, when I clear something and come after me, they will listen to me, because they already paid for that, and it's in their interest to not, you know, waste my time and to not waste their time as well. But if there are 2 random people inside the group as well, when you ask them, alright, stay behind, they will be like, who the fuck are you to tell me what to do, man? I'm gonna do whatever I want, you know, because I pay my game, because, you know, there are lots of criers and lots of people that, yeah, so basically it's better to, when you have 4 people, go to a random dungeon. When you have like less than 4 people, go to manually to the dungeon. With 3 people is also doable, or even 2 people is also doable, but I don't recommend it. So, and also the random dungeon gives some extra things on the end, you know, like artifact power, experience, and gold and stuff, so it's better to go random dungeon either way. But yeah, anyway, if you're a demon, I want to mention, if you're a demon hunter, warrior, druid, I don't even know who, I think elemental shaman has also like a jump, you can do this. When you get to this point, instead of going around the cave there, you can go and climb here. I don't know if you know this mythic plus strategy, it was before. Alright, I'm just gonna wait for that shock. Okay, so basically, not here, but even here somewhere. No, I need to go from here, I think. So you... Alright, you see, if you're a warrior, you can heroic leap here, or if you're a demon hunter, you can just jump and fell rush there. If you're a druid, you can use your charge, I think, and when you're a travel form, it propels you up, you know, propels you a bit up and forward. So you can do this as druid, demon hunter, warrior, or whoever else has the jump for, you know, for doing that. So this is a way to just go here and kill this boss, which is right there. Just kill the boss and then come the same way and jump and just kill this boss, you know. So that's one way to save you yourself like 2 or 3 minutes maybe in the run, so it will be more efficient for you. Depends what class you're playing though. I'm a DK, so I'm forced to go this way, losing 2-3 minutes more, but you know, when I don't have the required class, and I see a lot of people are actually arguing with me on the comments like, why the fuck you said that DK is good, man, druid is the best. I didn't say DK is the best. I said DK is one of the best, beside having druids, Besides having monks, and I mentioned also DHs and stuff, and it's not the best class. I said it's like there is no such thing as what's the best class for twinking, man. Depends what you want to do, you know. If you want to boost dungeons, DK is really strong. Druid is not bad as well. You know, it's based on personal opinion, playstyles, and everything else. I personally like how DK boosts people because, you know, it has a lot of damage and I don't need to worry about kiting. I don't need to worry about my health. I don't need to worry about anything basically. Just pull and like 2 buttons and GG, you know. It's has really sick damage and stuff. So when it comes to twinking and boosting and what's the best class, there is no best class. So whatever you want to start, you know, and twink, it's totally up to you guys. If you want to start and twink, you know, like elemental shaman, go for it. I wouldn't really recommend it because for boosting you want to have like instant damage. It's really useful because you don't have to like stop and cast and cast and cast and stop and cast, you know. Like elemental shaman has earthquake, okay, and that is really good cooldown. I mean, not cooldown but ability for doing AoE damage on the go, but you cannot compare that to like Starfall or to my Frostseed or something like that, because it's just not the way. Oh my god, I missed my cooldowns. Never mind, I'm not really focused on the you know, on the run that much. I'm trying to just explain you stuff while explaining how you can actually solve this stuff. So yeah, that's what I'm saying, you know, there is no the best class for twinking. Just remember that. Like there are like 4 or 5 top classes that can perform the best, like when you consider the times. In some dungeon one class performs better than the other. On some dungeon you know, the other class will perform better. Like for example here, as I mentioned, DH, Druid, and Warrior, and what else? I don't know, like couple other classes. I don't know who else has the jumps and stuff for that, but those classes will perform slightly better than me, you know, like 2 minutes, probably 3 minutes tops will be better than me in this run, because they are saving all that time around. But there is no such thing as the best class for twinking. Druid is generally really good for like farming and boosting as well, and DK is also really good for boosting. For farming not as much, depends on the spot, but generally it's not really good for farming. This is just purely for like dungeons and runs where there is not required much mobility or pulling from range or something like that. Even though you have like Howling Blast, you have limited amount of runes that you can use that Howling Blast. So, you know, Hunter, some people say it's good, but I would say it's not good, because if you want to farm like with a Hunter, you don't have that pulling potential, because most of your abilities have either charges or on a cooldown, or they require focus, or they require some time to, you know, charge. Like if you want to pull with your auto attack, it has like half-second delay, which is not really the case for Druid. You know, half-second you will say probably it's nothing, but generally when you farm and you kill like thousands of mobs per hour, that half-second per mob will add up, you know, like 500 seconds in 1 hour. It's like, you know, you do the math, but generally it's just bad to farm as a guy that doesn't have the pulling potential for, you know, delivering what is required. So I'm gonna get stunned here. Can I avoid that? Man, I popped my anti-magic shell too fast, I think. Yeah, it will end up really bad. But yeah, that was one thing that I wanted to say. And you said something like when it's good time to start twinking. There is no such thing as good time for twinking, guys. Honestly, you can start twinking now. You can start twinking in the next patch. You can start twinking any time. There is no such thing as good time, because most of the things that we're getting, I mean, most of the things that we are getting, like a gear or something, resources for twinking, are found on auction house. You don't really go and farm. You cannot farm twinking gear. Lots of people are asking this question. Hey man, how can I farm 101 twin gear? Like, what is the good spot? There is no such thing as good spot for farming twin gear, you know. Any spot that gives bind on equips can drop twin gear, and also you need to be level 110, so you cannot farm this as level 101, so yeah. But yeah, man, you can boost people in Eye of Azhara pretty easy, because it's easy dungeon. There is no, there are no, you know, like requirements like Dark Heart ticket. You're gonna see in the next video. I've actually covered Dark Heart ticket part of it, as a farming, you know, how to farm in Dark Heart Ticket as Twink. Some of you might have seen the video, some of you might have not. You can check it out, it's pretty useful. But yeah, man, Dark Heart Ticket, for example, has some tricky situations, I would say, when it comes to clearing it up. You know, you need to pay attention to a couple mechanics, similar to here, you know, just interrupt polymorph there, stay away from the spear if you're squishy, and I don't know, like a couple other things, and you should be fine, you know, like, that's Eye of Azhara, basically. On the way back, I mean, on the way to the... I mean, I mentioned all the main mechanics here. I don't have to go through all of them again, but those are all the main mechanics. I don't really find that... Yeah, and some people think that it's better to just pull all these 4 mobs together and kill them together. That is not the case, guys. If you pull them all together, one has stun, the other has root, the other has polymorphs. It'll keep you forever in CC, and it will never be... Like, you will lose probably 1 minute or 2 minutes more to kill those mobs than just by doing them one by one. Trust me, I've tried that couple times before. I was like, okay, I'm gonna avoid getting polymorphed, interrupt one guy, or the other one with polymorph you, I use anti-magic shell, goes through anti-magic shell. So there is no way to do it better than, you know, better than the normal way. Just go and kill one mob and then go kill the other mob. And yeah, if you have like AoE stun and you pop like all the cooldowns you got there, then you might be able to kill these, you know, to kill these mobs in the same time and actually benefit from that. But I would say don't do that. So that was pretty much Eye of Azhara, guys. If you want to go back, there is a way to go back there. And also about the House of Var, you mentioned me, you know, you mentioned a question that, yeah, you can see Fenrir and stuff. You can watch House of Var and you will understand what I'm talking about here. When I'm talking about how to get to Fenrir, I'm intentionally mentioning the minimap and how you should like /target Fenrir or something, because I know there are some trails and there are some blood trails and there are some paws and stuff in the dirt. You can follow Fenrir like that, but for people that has lower settings on the PC, I think those things are not visible, because when I was playing on lower settings, I never could figure out where Fenrir is. So I don't know if they fixed that stuff. So I want to be universal, you know, rule for everyone. When you have like lower PC and you cannot set like higher graphics, that's the best way of finding where Fenrir is. That was a question I wanted to answer from the previous videos. I see a couple comments on that. So yeah, if you have any comments or questions, guys, make sure to leave them in the comment field below. I'm gonna answer in the next video as well. And thank you all, guys, for liking the previous video and for commenting and stuff. And if you want to see more stuff of this, make sure to subscribe. There will be a button around the screen somewhere. And just remember, guys, love you much, no homo. Stay cool, but office. And until the next time, I've been Umren, forever your bro. And see you guys in the next one. Umren off.